It's the greatest honor of my life to take this stage tonight and serve every Nova Scotian as their Premier for 4 more years. So much is possible for this province. So much is possible for this province. And I promise you, I will do everything I can to make it happen for this province, make it happen for you and for your family. I will give you everything I have. Thank you to every Nova Scotian that exercised their right to vote. And I want to thank Nova Scotians for putting their faith in the PC party and re-electing an even larger PC majority government in this province. This victory is for each and every one of you. It's as much for the gentleman in Yarmouth who said, "I'm voting for you," when he opened the door. He said, "I'm voting for you because that extra $100 a month that I get under your government means the world to me. That's a big difference in my life," he said, "so I'm voting for you because of that." He actually tracked me down a bit later in the pouring rain. He came chasing after me in the pouring rain with his phone. And he said, "My sister's on the phone. She doesn't believe I actually spoke to the Premier. Will you talk to her?" This victory is for him and his sister and their whole family. And it's as much for them as it is for the gentleman in a building in Bedford who opened up the door, took one look at me and said, "Go away." NDP, he said. We had a little chat. When I left that apartment building, because it's still Nova Scotia, and because we're all still Blue Nosers, when I left that building a half hour later, he and his wife were standing in the lobby. And I wouldn't say she had him by the ear, but let me say I accepted his apology in my hallway. Folks, this victory is for both of them, because as their Premier, I will support them equally. We thank you. We traveled across this province from one end of this province and stood on, literally personally, I stood on thousands of doorsteps across this province, across our entire campaign. It's well into the hundreds of thousands of doorsteps that we stood on and listened to Nova Scotians and talked to Nova Scotians and sat at kitchen tables and sat inside porches and just talked about our province. And we shared a message with them, a message of positivity and potential. And tonight, they have sent us a message. And I received that message loud and clear. And that message is very simple. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going with the plan. Keep moving forward with the plan. And I want Nova Scotians to know, we will. We will. This victory is as much for the grade 4 student that stood in his driveway with his mom and told me how thankful he is for the school lunch program because he can have lunch with all of his classmates. It's as much because we did that. Together we did that. The PC party did that. It's as much for that grade 4 student as it is for their classmate who told me the food is gross. And you know what? It might be, but we're working on that. Folks, what we do in government matters. It matters. It matters to me, it matters to you, and it matters to every single Nova Scotian. So I thank Nova Scotians for putting their trust in us tonight. And I thank Claudia and Zach for putting their names forward and running spirited campaigns. I thank every single person, no matter the party, who had the courage to put their name forward on a ballot. It takes a lot of courage, and I have great respect for every person who puts their name forward. So I thank them for putting their name forward. And I especially want to thank our incredible slate of PC candidates. We assembled an incredible slate of candidates, serious candidates in every single constituency, and I want to say thank you to my 54 fellow Nova Scotia PC candidates. I was proud to stand beside them. I am proud of the campaigns they ran, and every one of them has a great reason to be proud. And I know some of them will be disappointed right now. And I share in that disappointment because I know the effort that they put forward. But I'm proud of that effort, and I thank them for having the courage to put their name forward. This province was built on hard work. It's all we know. It's all I know. It's what I was taught growing up. And every day that I have the privilege to serve you as your premier, I commit to work harder and harder and harder every single day, and my entire team buys into a very simple motto: more, faster. More, faster. Do more and go faster. And as I crisscrossed Nova Scotia, I was energized to see the local candidates working harder and harder and harder on every doorstep, doing their part to make it happen. And it is humbling to see the candidates, but the campaign volunteers, and every single one of you put your lives on hold and put faith in your candidate. But as leader, I feel it, to put your faith in me, and it means an incredible amount. And on behalf of all of us, from the PC team and all of our campaign volunteers, I just want to say thank you. Tonight, Nova Scotians made a choice, and they chose our team to take Nova Scotia forward. We ran on a platform of make it happen, and I heard somebody and as I walked in tonight, somebody said, well, you made it happen. And I want to say, yes, we did. But this is just obviously the start of the next phase of the Nova Scotia journey. Make it happen was never meant just to be about winning another mandate. Make it happen is about what we do with that mandate. And I want to tell you and your family that we will make a lot happen with this mandate, because that's what you have a right to expect. You and your family are counting on us to stand up for you, and we will. Whether that means standing up for veterans so they can wear their uniform wherever they want, whenever they want, with pride, and especially to a Remembrance Day service in Nova Scotia. We will stand up for the veterans of this province, whether it means standing up to the federal government when they try to rip Nova Scotians off with funding on the isthmus or a carbon tax that doesn't make sense. I will never let Ottawa take advantage of us without hearing from us. And I think the message that Nova Scotians delivered loud and clear tonight, the message that Nova Scotians delivered loud and clear, and the message that I received: stick to one agenda. And we have one agenda, and that's you, Nova Scotians. That's where our focus will always be. My promise to you is I will give you every single thing I have. I am going to work hard to do more and go faster. And I will always, every single day, be proud to be Nova Scotian, just like you are. And I will never apologize for standing up for Nova Scotia or for standing up for you. Thank you to the Nova Scotians out there tonight listening. Thank you. We're on a good roll. Let's keep it rolling. Let's make it happen. Good night, everyone. Thank you.